What's up guys, Mike here and welcome to the channel. So last week we had an awesome interview with Joyce Henderson, and I wanted to take some of the things that she had already shared and I just want to kind of expand on it because she gave us so many great bullet points. So what we did was we took relationships and we juxtaposed it with how relationships work when you're dancing, right? And what I want to do is expound a little bit more on some of the bullet points that she gave us. And if you didn't watch that video, you should definitely watch it. We'll put a link somewhere around here so that you can check that out. So the first thing that Joyce kind of shared was when couples come to her, a lot of times she'll hear them say something like, "We want to do something together." And that is music to my ears because a lot of times when I get couples that come and see me, they really don't give themselves the priority that they should. A lot of times because they're parents and they're really focusing on their children, right? So you have moms that are soccer moms and dads that are soccer dads, and we're kind of shuttling back and forth, working our whole program around kids' schedules. Well, if I don't want to get in trouble, right? But if I say it this way, you really want to put your relationship first and then the kids second. And the reason that I say that is because when you first started, you guys had a great relationship, and according to statistics, 80% of people who have a baby have a relationship decline. That's 80% of people have a relationship decline when they bring baby home. And a lot of that has to do with not really communicating certain expectations, not really understanding certain roles. Well, in the dance, it's a great opportunity for both of you guys to do something that is going to physically connect both of you guys. And if you've never taken a dance class ever, it kind of levels off the playing field. So there's no hierarchy, you're both learning at the same time. The interesting dynamic is that as that's happening, you're actually learning very specific roles in terms of leader-follower roles traditionally in the dance. So if I bring it back, another piece of the puzzle is you will see that dancing, or because we're using this as an example of relationships, it will bring out what's already there. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you take an egg and you put it in the hot Arizona sun on top of a rock, and you take a stick of butter and you put it on the same rock in the hot Arizona sun, the egg, which is a liquid, is going to turn into a solid, and the butter, which is a solid, is going to turn into the liquid, because that's already the composition of those items. So not to confuse anybody, a lot of times when people go into this kind of a platform, they are feeling a little uneasy because it's not something that they're used to, and sometimes a little bit of their nature comes out, and you start seeing some of the ways that people try to manage conflicts come out within that context as well. So some people have shorter attention spans, some people a little bit more go-getters, and some people really are shy and kind of lack confidence. So all that stuff really gets expanded within the context of the dance, which from my perspective is awesome because it gives me an opportunity to challenge what it is that's happening within the context of that relationship. The other thing is that it's perfect for social health, right? So I always talk about biopsychosocial spiritual, in that mental health is not just about mental health, but it gives this couple another opportunity to create what I call friends of the relationship. So friends of the relationship are couples or other couples that you can connect with, that you can feel comfortable around a specific hobby. In this case, it would be dancing. So I wanted to share this resource, this great resource. It's called The Intentional Family, Simple Rituals to Strengthen Family Ties by Dr. William Doherty. And when I talk about rituals of connection, one of the things that Dr. Doherty says in the book is that you really want to try to in relationship make meaning out of everything that you do in your life. And this is a great way to bring meaning back into the relationship. Going back to what Joyce had said, you know, we really want to do something together. Like, she really hears that as a theme. So I am just gonna challenge you guys, right? If this is something that you've been thinking about, really wanting to do something together, then you may want to go check out Joyce, or you may want to just think about what it is that you may want to do together in a way that's going to strengthen and build your relationship. I wanted to share one of the quotes that she said. She said, "Sometimes people don't know what they really want. They come in with one dance in mind, and then they discover that they actually like other things." Well, that directly speaks to what I call building love maps. And building love maps is really about getting to know the other person cognitively. So you don't know how many times I'll get clients that come in here that have known each other for 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 years. And they really believe that they know everything about this person. And by default, you're living together, there's a lot of things that you do know. Except that people change. We really do change. And when you first met, you would think, oh man, let me get to know this person. What do you like? What's your favorite color? What do you like? You know, where do you like to go? And we have all these questions. And then somewhere along the line, we kind of stop asking those questions because we fall into a routine, and then we think that we know everything about what this person is, what they like, so on and so forth. And it may be true to some degree, except that there's so many other subjects and topics that you haven't had any kind of discussion around. And as Joyce kind of pointed out, unless she introduces them to another genre in the dance, they don't even know that they like that, right? So there's like this adventure and discovery when we're talking about the dance. And I just want to challenge couples, right? When they come here, sometimes we'll play what's called a love map card game, and it's really simple. It's just basically some questions that are closed-ended, and it'll be something as simple as what's your partner's favorite ice cream flavor, or what's your partner's favorite book. And then later on, we'll get into more open-ended questions where you'll ask your partner something like, you know, how have you changed in the last year? Or what goals do you have just for yourself right now? Well, again, a lot of couples kind of don't do that. They kind of maybe go on their phone, they kind of go into their routine, and they kind of neglect this idea of love maps because they think that they already know everything. So if I can, I'd like to challenge all of you guys. If you're watching this video sometime during this week, just write down a couple of questions that you may want to ask your partner. And I would say make them some open-ended questions like the ones that I shared. We also post questions on social media. I forgot what platform, so I'll make sure to have that link down below as well, just for this purpose, so that couples can get together, ask each other these questions, and really get to know each other again by building their love maps. So I hope this helps.